Today, we're going to talk about a date that is just etched into modern memory, September 11th, 2001. We're going to look at not just what happened, but how one single morning fundamentally changed the world we all live in now. But here's the thing. To really grasp the scale of the shock of September 11th, you have to start where the day itself began. And it wasn't with chaos and fire, but with this profound and, well, deceptive calm that came before it all. I mean, it really just began like any other Tuesday. Across the American East Coast, September 11th dawned as this beautiful, clear, late summer day. You know, the kind of morning that gives you absolutely no hint of what's about to unfold. And that right there is what makes the shock so incredibly profound. There were no warnings, no signs of danger, just the familiar, comforting rhythm of daily life playing out under a perfect blue sky. And then, just like that, in an instant, all of that normalcy was violently shattered. A series of coordinated attacks began to unfold, and pretty much the entire world started holding its breath. In the span of just 102 minutes, that's less than 2 hours, 4 hijacked commercial airplanes were turned into weapons. The speed, the scale, and the terrifying coordination of the assault. It was unlike anything the world had ever witnessed. Think about the psychological whiplash that happened in just 17 minutes. After that first impact, the initial reports were filled with confusion. People were guessing it was a tragic, terrible accident. But when the second plane hit the South Tower, live on television for the world to see, all doubt just vanished. This was a deliberate, horrifying act of war. So while this terror was unfolding in New York and at the Pentagon, an absolutely extraordinary act of defiance was taking place in the sky. The passengers and crew of United Flight 93, they learned what was happening through phone calls, and they made the heroic choice to fight back, preventing their plane from hitting its intended target, which was likely the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. Back in New York City, the physical and human devastation was reaching this terrifying peak, marked by both total collapse and, at the same time, incredible courage. The damage from the impacts and the insane heat from the fires became catastrophic. First the South Tower and then the North just collapsed in on themselves. For the millions of people watching this live, it was a surreal, unimaginable moment. 2 of the world's most iconic landmarks just gone in a matter of seconds. In the midst of all that chaos, an incredible, selfless heroism emerged. As thousands of people were struggling to escape the burning towers, firefighters and police officers ran into them, climbing stairs loaded with gear, moving toward the danger to save as many lives as they could, many at the cost of their own. Nearly 3,000. It's a number that's so big, it's hard to truly comprehend. This was the final death toll across New York, the Pentagon, and Pennsylvania, making it the single deadliest terrorist attack in modern history. And it's so crucial to remember that behind this staggering number were individuals. They were office workers, they were passengers on those flights, they were firefighters and police officers. They came from all walks of life and from dozens of different countries, united only by the fact that they had gone to work or boarded a flight on an ordinary Tuesday morning. The impact of 9/11 didn't end when the dust settled, not even close. The attack sent shockwaves across the globe that fundamentally reshaped our world. The aftermath was immediate and far-reaching. The United States launched a global war on terror, which led to long conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq. And for ordinary citizens everywhere, the world changed. Air travel was transformed overnight with strict security measures, while governments implemented increased surveillance and tighter border controls, many of which are still the standard for us today. The site of the destruction itself, which became known as Ground Zero, was eventually transformed. It is now a powerful and solemn place of reflection, home to a memorial and museum that ensure the victims and their stories are never forgotten. And that really brings us to the legacy of 9/11. It's a story not just of policy changes and global security, but of the enduring human lessons we have to continue to remember. And this is the heart of it, isn't it? Beyond the geopolitics and the policy shifts, 9/11 was a profound attack on our shared humanity, an attack on innocent people from all around the world who were simply living their lives. And so we'll leave you with this final thought. Remembering 9/11 is more than just marking a date on a calendar. It's about carrying forward the lessons of unity, resilience, and peace in a world that is still shaped by the echoes of that single transformative day.